Insistent burns with the sisters that learn. Welcome back to Montreal. Pouzza Fest, number 6, 2016.
Good to be here, man.
You played the first edition of the Pouzza Fest, which was 5 years to the day, May 21st, 2011. Do you remember that day? Anything specific from that day?
I don't remember doing that at all. I mean, I've known Hugo since he was a teenager. I had a band called the Broadways, and he was a big fan, and he would bring us up to Montreal, and
He'd book shows for you?
yeah,
As a promoter?
yeah. And I think that I might be like talking out of school here, but we were called the Broadways because we lived all on a street called Broadway in Chicago, and he started a band called the St. Catharines. And
Perfect.
I'm not saying that he was like
A little auspicious almost.
lifting our style, but I'm not saying he's not lifting our style. But
So who's biting who?
yeah, right. But the thing is, like, I don't. It's been so long that I've been coming up here and doing stuff with Hugo that I don't remember the first Pouzza Fest. I don't remember what that was. Did I play it solo?
It was a solo set.
It was a solo set.
Okay, so maybe to refresh your memory, it was May 21st, 2011. It was the day of the rapture, remember? The world was supposed to end that day.
It's an earthquake that's way bigger than anything that has ever been experienced.
That was the day that I said that Matty Joe Canino looked like a villain from Waterworld. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently everybody was supposed to die that day.
Yeah.
So we survived, we're here.
Yeah.
Everything's cool.
Absolutely true.
So let's just say you knew it was going to be the last day. What would you do?
I don't know. I just want to hang out with my kids. I mean, 10 years ago, I would have had a different answer.
Okay, let's go with the 10 years ago answer and the new answer.
The new answer is I just want to hang out with my kids, my family, and try to pack as much time in as I could.
But 10 years ago.
10 years ago, probably, trying to beat the rapture to the punch and kill myself with drugs and alcohol.
You think you're going to kill me? You can't kill me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What do you do on the last day? You're so bummed. There's no way to party. It's just like, oh, tomorrow we are all dead.
I guess there's a bit of brainstorming involved, right? Your last 24 hours. All right, let's get a little serious here. What's up with the U.S. right now?
It is a real pig fuck, and it's funny because like people tend to gravitate towards this Hillary Clinton because she's not Donald Trump, and she seems like she can run a country. I mean, she was the Secretary of State. That's the second most powerful position in the U.S. government, right? And so she's got the experience or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, man, it's like that. Like neoliberalism is what's been like driving our country to shit. I mean, like like that was like George W. Bush started that whole neoliberalism, and I guess Bill Clinton did really, and then it was just like kept on by George W. Bush, kept on by Barack Obama. And the reason that people like Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump even have people that give a shit about them is because they're so disenfranchised, they're radicalizing. Right? And it's because of this neoliberal, NAFTA. I don't want to get too into that because it's first of all, I'm not a politician or whatever, and I'm not like a governmental pundit or whatever, but NAFTA destroyed two economies at once. It destroyed the American economy by outsourcing jobs to Mexico, and it destroyed the Mexican economy by creating these factories where we could underpay workers. I mean, the whole thing is a pig fuck, and the end result is a destruction of the middle class, stratified public that wants to vote for insane extremists on either side. And I don't think Bernie Sanders is an extremist. I think he's awesome, actually. He's reasonable, and it's sad that he sounds like an extremist. The thing is that after 8 years of Hillary Clinton, it's the same neoliberalism that's going to stratify people even more. And the next Donald Trump that comes out isn't going to be a fucking clown. He's not going to be like this orange comb-over shithead. He's going to be like a good-looking dude like you that makes a lot of sense.
Like me.
And he's
saying I'm an asshole.
No, I'm saying you're a good-looking guy. And like
that.
when that guy comes up and he's fucking and he's espousing this like hateful rhetoric. People are going to listen to him and take him seriously, and that's what's terrifying. It's like, in every single like empire, there's always been a point of revolution, right? Bernie Sanders actually wants that revolution to take place like in the House of Congress, which to me is so much cooler than it taking place like in my street.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But do you think it's realistic for Bernie Sanders to actually be elected?
It's only not realistic until it happens.
Absolutely.
Everything's a fantasy until it comes true.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I mean, we just had a black president. We can have like a crazy old Jewish president that fucking discovered the flux capacitor. That's
so
fine.
crazy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Was he in Back to the Future?
Yeah, absolutely.
How was that margarita at O'Hare today?
They were both great. Our old merch guy, Beef, he is a margarita master. Like,
as in, like, he makes the best margaritas?
No, he just knows where they are.
Them, he knows where they are.
And he swears by the Presidente Margarita. And I have converted many people. I've converted my wife. I've converted Toby Jag of Red Scare Industry.
People. So this is like a religion. This is like a cult almost.
The Presidente Margarita is not a joke, man. It's for real. And so this is so awesome. We played a show at House of Blues Orlando. And House of Blues Orlando is on the grounds of Disney World, right?
Right.
And so Beef comes to me and he's like, "You want the best margarita at Disney World?" I'm like, "Sure, for sure." And so he's like, "Come with me," because he used to work for No Use for a Name, right? So he's like
a tour manager,
a road dog. Nah, he's a merch guy, but he's a road dog. And so he snuck me into Disney World, and we're cruising down this path. We come up to this margarita stand. He's like, "Not this one." We go to the next one, and he's like, "This is the best margarita in Disney World." So, he knows what the fuck he's talking about, and he says the Chili's El Presidente margarita is the best margarita in the world, and I back him 100%.
So it's Chili's, like the restaurant.
Chili's the restaurant, yes.
Disneyland Orlando.
No. Oh, okay. These are two different things. That was his best margarita in Disney World.
Orlando.
Yes.
What about Disney World Anaheim?
That's Disneyland, bro. That's the best one in Disney World. In the actual world, the best margarita is from Chile.
Where Josh Freese hangs out all the time. Doesn't he like take his kids there all the time? It's like all these punk rock dads are hanging out there, like getting cotton candy and hanging out at Disney.
Hey man,
World.
if I lived in Southern California, I'd take my kids to Disney World or Disneyland, rather. Yeah, it'd be cool.
So let's talk about the Falcon record.
Okay.
What's up with the Falcon? New project? Super group?
It's not really new. I mean, we put out our first record over 10 years ago.
Okay, well, tell us about the Falcon. Little brief history.
So the Falcon started. I saw this dude Todd Money who used to play guitar in Rise Against.
Okay.
I was in the Lawrence Arms, on tour with Rise Against in Europe, and I saw this dude play guitar, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to be in a band with that guy. He's the best." Like the first time I saw him play, I was just astounded, and I was like, "I want to be in a band with that guy. It's got to be called like the Falcon. It's got to be something like bombastic."
So that guy is the Falcon?
Well, no, because then like Neil was there on the tour, and he was like, "I'll be in it," and then I called Danny from the Alkaline Trio, and I was like, "Dan,
I just saw this dude."
I was like, "I'm starting this band," and he's like, "I'll be in that band." And so next thing you know, I've got this band with a guy from Rise Against, a guy from Alkaline Trio, and then the two of us. And Toby Jag, who worked at Fat Records at the time, was like, "Dude, if you are going to start a band with these guys, I'm going to start a record label and put it out." And I said, "If you're going to start a record label for this band, I want to be part of the record label."
So is the Falcon the catalyst for Red Scare?
Exactly.
You're kidding me.
Yes. That is
no fucking way.
Exactly
That's
what happened.
insane.
That was the first release, was the Falcon EP. And then 10 years later, we did the Red Scare. It was the Red Scare 10-year thing, 2 years ago? A year ago? And Toby's like, "You got to get the Falcon together to headline the show, and you got to put a song on the comp because of the reason the label started, and you're the best-selling record. The Unichronography is the best-selling record on Red Scare." So I was like, "Okay, that sounds cool." So we did the song for the comp, which is called "We Are the Bald," and then we had to come up with a band, and like I didn't have a band. It's like Dan and Neil, those are my brothers, but like we didn't have a lead guitar player, and so I put out a tweet that was like, "Hey, anybody want to be lead guitarist in the Falcon? Must already be famous." Like just some stupid as shit, you know, like
Fat record hire.
Because I did. And Dave Hawes hit me up immediately, like on text, and was like, do you seriously need a guy for lead guitar?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, that was a joke, but yes, I will take you for sure." And we went and we did that show. You know, it was the first time we never rehearsed. We just stepped on the stage, the four of us. The four of us came out on stage in front of a sold-out crowd at Metro, 1,200 people. It's the first time we had ever like broken bread together as a band. And
That's fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy. Oh,
that is one hell.
And I was tripping on mushrooms too.
Wait, you played on mushrooms?
Yeah, just to make it stupider.
I can't even function on mushrooms.
And when we got off the stage,
So were you laughing the whole time?
No, the whole time I was looking at Dan and I was looking at Dave and I was like, these
This
guys
was a bad idea.
fucking hate me. This was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Oh God.
You took mushrooms, 1,200 people.
And I got off the stage and they were like, that was one of my favorite shows ever. And I was like, oh, holy shit. Okay, good. And so, but then we got off stage, it was like, okay, so we're like a real band now, right? And so, and it was just kind of like a given. And
that's amazing.
And so from there, like the next day, I started writing songs for the Falcon record.
That's fucking insane.
And it was, the rest, as they say,
that's fucking nuts. Have you heard of any other band doing that?
Well, I mean, the whole thing is fucking crazy. It's like we're a brand new band that's also been around for 10 years.
Our first jam is in front of 1,200 people.
Yeah, the whole thing is fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
So how's the reaction been for the new record and the live shows?
It's been astounding, to be honest. I feel like a dildo, like big up in my own band or whatever, you know. But like
the feedback's been good.
It's really been special. Like I don't want to be too much of a hippie about it or anything, but it is cool. It's really been fun.
Cool. So any plans for yourself solo or the Lawrence Arms or the Falcon? What's going on in 2016 with you?
Well, I'm gonna keep doing the Falcon because this record is still very new. I'm gonna finish that, and the next thing I'm gonna do is a Wandering Birds record, which is like sort of like my solo, like non-punk shit that I do. And that's the next thing I'm gonna do. And the Lawrence Arms are, you know, we're a band that plays shows. We don't have anything written right now, so I don't.
No tours or any one-offs or.
Nah, there's like we're gonna do some Chicago shows.
You guys play Red Fest this year?
The Falcon is playing Red Fest.
Okay, cool.
And so, you know, but I mean that's sort of my main focus right now is the Falcon right now, Wandering Birds as far as songwriting, and the Lawrence Arms have a few shows at the end of the year that are like just to remind people that we're still a band that exists, you know.
Right on.
So.
Well, hey man, thanks for your time. Thanks
Absolutely,
for playing.
man.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
Can you do that one more time?
This sister burns with the sisters that learn. Certainty burns with a fist, and the sister of this growth, the sister of this growth.